at all times. If there are any visitors on board who have any mobility needs or concerns, we do have a tram service available on Alcatraz for your use. At the history of the island as we make our way over to Alcatraz, folks. And Alcatraz certainly has been an island of change, and the first major change out here on the rock occurred when Alcatraz received its name. In 1700, the United States Army came out to the island and made some major changes to Alcatraz. They started building a historic military fortress called Fortress Alcatraz. It was designed to protect the San Francisco Bay Area. On the left-hand side of the bridge, there's an arch. Underneath the arch is Fort Point, and that is the sister fortress of Alcatraz. And another interesting aspect of those military years here on the island was the fact that there were many boxing matches held on Alcatraz in the cell house dining room. And those fights lasted for many inmates who worked out here on the island worked in something known as the Prison Industries Building. You'll be seeing the Prison Industries Building on your right-hand window in just a second. It is a 2-story long structure. And again, this 2-story long structure is where many inmates worked. They made cargo nets for the U.S. Navy, washed a lot of laundry, made mats, khakis, all sorts of supplies. And at the tip of Alcatraz, you're probably noticing there's a 4-story structure. That 4-story structure is the original prison workshop. It's also a very notorious site out here on the island. It is the site of 4 escape attempts during the federal prison years. One Alcatraz correctional officer was killed in that building, and 1 inmate was also murdered in that facility. And the island actually closed as a federal prison in 1963. One of the reasons that it closed is because of that large water tower that all of you notice out there on the rock. That water tower had to be filled every 3 or 4 days. The costs were quite high, and it was one of the reasons the prison closed due to high operations and maintenance costs. And about 6 years after the island closed as a federal prison, in 1969, a group of American Indian activists came out here to the island to stage a political protest, protesting the government's relocation laws. They stayed out here for 19 months and built up a lot of public support for their movement. A series of fires broke out here on the island in 1970, brought a bad name to the occupiers, so they were removed in 1971. But their occupation of Alcatraz changed the government's policy on relocating American Indians. For that reason, it is viewed as being successful.